Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs and back to our live sessions after a long time. I hope we are live and you guys can hear me properly and can see me properly. I just want to have a confirmation that my voice is clear. Okay, I can see some comments here. Okay, just confirm yes if you are able to see me and then we start in few minutes. So it's been a long time. Yeah, hi Shobit. Yeah, it's been a long time, guys. That we I could not make it possible because of some other things. A lot of busy thing. I mean, a lot of things were going on. A lot of, I mean, quite busy schedule for me. So I could not make it possible from last couple of months. Could not come live. I thought of coming live today, and in fact, the World Cup is also going on. People are busy, and then festival season is also there in India. So that's what. Yeah. Okay, but today agenda is very simple. Would like to take your questions, and you can ask a question in the comment section. I can see the comment. Hi Sumit, Monu, Veena, Shibam. Hey Sanjay, thanks for coming. So yeah, we can take your questions, and then will guide you what is going on with respect to testing, test automation. Chat GPT is there, and then AI automation. Do I need to learn with the AI, generative AIs, everything in the testing, and then same thing, Cypress career path and Selenium versus Cypress or Playwright, or what we have to learn, what is going on, with the automation, with test automation, and then couple of other announcements also with respect to our QA meetups. That also we will see. So quickly, one thing, we are coming to Calcutta in December, and registrations are open for the QA meetup. So if you are in nearby location in Calcutta, in West Bengal, or I think in Odisha or nearby places, please feel free to join us. Me, Sanjay, Mukesh will be there for the RTP QA meetup. That will be our I think eighth QA meetup. We are going to do that after Chennai. Okay, great. So let's take, without wasting our time, let's take your questions. And one thing, a couple of questions I was getting, that I really want to learn Cypress. In fact, I can see it here also, and want to learn a JS based framework on everything. So you already have seen that I'm already preparing JavaScript and TypeScript videos on my channel. So guys, one thing important, just like we learned Selenium 4 or 5 years back, but before that we learned with Java. So don't you think that can we learn Selenium without Java, without programming language? Because we know in Java, in Selenium with Java, or Selenium with Python, we learn with Python also. So the importance of language is very, very important here. So you have to focus on the language first. Learning Cypress, learning Playwright is not a big deal. Same concept, dot click, dot send keys, dot type, and XPath or CSS, everything will remain same here and there. Things are slightly different in terms of syntax, but the main thing is the JavaScript, right? So if you're talking about Cypress or Playwright or WebDriver IO, Nightwatch.js or Pactum.js or any JavaScript based framework, you see the utilities, you see the people have designed the core automation frameworks or API automation with the Cypress or with the Playwright also. The main core part is the JavaScript and the TypeScript. So without that, you cannot write a single line of code there. Otherwise, you every time you have to memorize the things that I really want to work with that. Okay, this is a typical syntax that I have to write it, and that's it. At the time of interview, you will always struggle with the Cypress and with the Playwright and these kind of JS based tools, right? So I would highly recommend you to, if you are coming from Selenium background, that's not a big deal to learn these tools like Playwright or Cypress. Within 7 days or 8 days, you can learn easily. There are so many resources and documentation is available. But if you really want to get the confidence that what do you mean by callback, what do you mean by async await, what, how to create a utility, how to create a simple basic function also in JavaScript or in TypeScript, what is the difference between JavaScript and the TypeScript? These things are very important because tomorrow when you join a company, a project, there you have to design the framework, you have to write the utilities, libraries, You have to create some functions, you have to create helper files and everything, you have to read the data from different sources and everything, you have to create some different helpers file with respect to, let's say, database connectivity, reading the data from the CSV or Excel or JSON or XML and everything. So you have to play a lot of things with the code. So in that case, if you're not confident enough in JavaScript or TypeScript, then you will always and always struggle. So right, so that's what same thing we did in Selenium with Java also from last 5 years, 6 years. I've been telling the same thing, that don't jump into Selenium without Java, Python, or these languages. If you really want to learn Selenium with Java, for example, first learn Java, then you will enjoy learning framework and learning the core concept of Selenium and respective tool also. Okay, so that is the thing. The videos are already there. I have prepared the video in such a way so that it will be helpful a lot for the SDET point of view, for the testing point of view. We don't need to learn everything about the JavaScript and how exactly the Node.js application we have to develop, or browser based JavaScript that we have to learn. It's not like that. We have to understand the basic syntax, especially with the loops, conditions, switch cases, and different functions, arrow functions, anonymous functions, callback functions, async, await, and everything that we have to learn, right? So please make sure that, okay, you're concentrating on these things first. Okay, Abhijit, no need to copy paste the same thing again and again. No interview call for the testing for freshers. Yes, of course, market is very, not very, but yes, market is low, no doubt. It's not about the freshers, but for the experienced people also, you're not getting much calls because of, I won't say the recession or anything, but yes, it is a kind of a market down thing because of maybe festive season also going on, plus the hiring is also freeze, plus the other things globally worldwide is happening. So we know the impact also on the in the IT field as well. It's not about that if India is doing great, it's not about that overall world how exactly it is working, so that matters a lot. So the budget and the approvals and the positions and everything also going on. So in fact the firing is also going on, so maybe if there is a firing, then definitely hiring also will be there in future, so don't worry about that. Better you utilize your time for next 3 4 months in your learning, in your core concepts, in your skills, improve your skills, and then maybe from January onwards, I'm sure market will be up and running. I'm not saying it's totally dead right now, but it's very less as compared to the last year. Last year people are getting 7 offers, 8 offers, and 5 offers, 4 offers. We were flaunting the offers on LinkedIn or everywhere, but now you see it's slightly dead because of overall things are going on worldwide. So it's not about only for you, it's with the experienced people also the same thing, right? So better you focus on your learning, but don't take a wrong decision unnecessary, that just for the sake of switching you are randomly joining any company which is not doing great in the market. So you never know that during a recession, if they are taking some wrong decision, I mean some tough decision or something, then you might see the consequences also for those companies. So please be careful with that. Okay, SDET and QA both are same? No, it's not like that. QA is, again, the base is always a QA. On top of QA, you can add multiple things. QA with QA automation, SDET, and all those things, you can add it. So QA is the basic core skills. If I ask you that, okay, to become a software engineer, you really need to learn about the softwares and everything. Same thing as a QA engineer also. We are also software engineer, but in software engineer, we have a specialized category, let's say QA, with the we are responsible for the overall QA thing. And for SDET also, the QA is most important thing. So testing, end of the day, we all are testers, but with the SDET we have some other responsibilities in terms of contribution for the development, writing the framework, designing the core automation frameworks, doing some research and R&D and everything about the test automation, creating a lot of utilities and everything. So that is more of a software development engineering in the test. If any bug fixes also that we have to do, sometimes we have to contribute for those things as well. So it's a kind of fancy designation in the market. Last couple of years people, actually companies, they have added. Ultimately it's testing only, but with the more automation and the you're contributing for the CI/CD pipeline, main pipeline, and contributing for the shift left testing with respect to automation. So that's what, like, you can say that SDET is on top of QA, but ultimately the core skills with the QA only. Okay. Okay, quickly, I'll take these quick questions like POM versus BDD. Manoj, again, that's totally wrong comparison that you are doing. If you're, it means you are not aware of what is POM and what is BDD. POM is a design pattern, BDD is a process, right? So please, you can use page object model with the BDD also, with the test ng also, without BDD also, with BDD also. Okay, so you should not compare POM with BDD. API testing batch, we will start. Shobit, please don't spam with the same message. We will talk about the batches and everything later. Okay, so nowadays developers do a lot of testing. I can take certain questions, I can highlight here also. Developers do a lot of testing, including CI/CD run, how QA can set up in the automation area. So I don't know what is your name, hello, but including CI/CD run, it's not about the testing. Testing requires lot of skills, lot of different mindset altogether to test the application. So it's not about the developers who are developing the application. It's always difficult to find the bugs or the problems in your own baby. So same thing with the developers also. You really need testing and the proper testing team and proper test execution cycle and everything. You really need that. Do you really think so that developers are getting enough time to perform the testing and testing activities? No, right? People and companies who are following these practices, it was a big failure, and that's why you see what is happening with their products in the market also in the production. So don't worry about that. It's testing will never be managed. It will always be there. You see that in fact almost every company they are asking for testing profiles, but you have to improve and upgrade your skills in terms of automation, in terms of tools, technologies. You have to talk in such a way that technically you have to learn so that you can talk to eye to eye, with the face to face. You can, with the confidence, you can talk to the stakeholders and the developers to fix that issue and then to find those critical bugs. So testing will be there, don't worry about that. It's all about the collaboration and testing, and the quality is not about only the testing responsibility or testing team responsibility. It's a team responsibility. So definitely that developers, if they are doing the testing with respect to unit test or integration test cases they are writing, it's good for us. If you see the overall testing pyramid also, that majorly focus, we always give the unit testing and the integration testing, and then our automation and the exploratory testing coming into the picture. Okay. Okay, so let's take this question. So info 360, please write your name, info, please, that will be great, so that I'll get to know about your name as well along with the question. I'm good at Selenium automation with Java. I want to add more skills. Any suggestions? That's a good thing. After Selenium with Java, what is the next thing? See, good that you are actually aware of Selenium with Java. So now it will be easy for you to learn other automation tools. For example, you can start with Playwright with Java. If you're coming from the Java background, so then it will be super easy for you to learn Playwright. So at least you can add that skill in your resume, in your profile. If you really want to learn Cypress or Playwright with JavaScript, that also you can learn it. But again, cover JavaScript first. So with this thing, you have to learn, and you will learn one extra language also. That is again another extra advantage for you. And then please try to improve one API testing tool, at least Postman, and the rest assured, because Postman is the mandatory thing, because in every tester machines, Postman should be there, should be installed. You should know about that, how to hit the APIs, how to get the response. Can we write some automation also with Postman, with the JavaScript, or tools like Rest Assured, which is very very powerful library, very popular open source free tool library available in the market, very much in demanding. So please start learning about API automation and add some flavor of the performance testing also. These days some really good tools available in the market, like K6 is already there, and this guy Gatling with a Scala, and recently they released a version with the Java also. So if you're coming from the Java background, you can learn Gatling also, Locus also, and K6 I would recommend to use it, so with the performance testing. So many things for next 1 year to do that, okay, with automation. Yeah, Bhirup, that actually we started working on the book also. I exactly, just still like half pending. Me and Mukesh, we were doing something, but unfortunately we could not make it possible because of a lot of changes happened with respect to Selenium 4, and then CFT came into the picture, and we could not concentrate on those things. But now I think because what happened suddenly, CFT, CFT, that is Chrome for testing, came, and then Selenium 4.11.0 came into the picture, and then we could not make it possible. So definitely we will try to add those flavors as well. Maybe we can target by first quarter of 2014. It will be there for sure. Thank you so much for reminding us. Okay, so TNPV for Angular front-end Protector or Selenium? No, 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 no. Again, wrong understanding. First of all, Protector is completely gone, completely deprecated from the market. If you are using Protector, you are doing wrong. It's a wrong choice. Please don't do that. From last 5 years, 4 or 5 years, there are no updates from Protector, and it's totally deprecated officially. And actually, Protected is a wrapper on top of Selenium with JavaScript. So if you are having a lot of Angular based components in your front end application, Selenium with Java also you can use it. If it is not working properly, then you can go with the Cypress also, and you can go with the Playwright with JavaScript as well. Okay, all these three are very good choices. Nothing to worry. But again, it's good that okay, you have already worked with the protector, so it will be easy for you to go with the, yeah, one more thing, WebDriver IO also you can do that. So better if you're coming from the protector background, better you go to the WebDriver IO. Otherwise, if you really want to use non-Selenium tool, then you can go with the Cypress and the Playwright also for this. Yes, Pakhar is already there, right? It's on my channel. JavaScript series is already completed. Around 35 to 40 videos are there in JavaScript, especially designed for test automation. And the TypeScript, around 10 videos are already done. So I think by next week it will be completed. Then I will start Playwright with TypeScript. Okay, then you will start enjoying the Playwright. That is the sad part. Most of the resources are available in the market. Courses are available in the market with the Playwright and Cypress. Nobody actually teaching, the basics of JavaScript, the core concept of JavaScript. Everybody is saying, okay, this is a it block, this is a describe block, this is a then, and then nobody's actually bothered about to know about the base core concept of how exactly JavaScript is designed and the working internally, and how can we utilize those core concept while creating the framework and everything. That is the main issue. So please improve your JavaScript and TypeScript and then learn these tools. Okay, so no, 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 Dhanush, why are you scared? Future of testing, wanted to shift to clouds or DevOps? No, 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 don't worry. If you are really shift to the cloud or DevOps or something, if you are having the interest, then fine, go for it. But just because of no, the testing is no future and has no future or something like this, no. See, look at us, that we left the job for some really good jobs in testing, right? And then there is a scope. That's why we are creating the content and everything. And in fact, there are some really amazing people in the market who are really doing great after 20 years, 25 years in the testing. You see a couple of examples on social media, on LinkedIn. Some really big names like Brajesh is there, Sanjay is there, Mukesh is there, and then these people are doing great. So if they are able to survive, and then why not? And that's what new tool, new enhancements, new tools, technologies are there in the market around testing. New things, new concepts with respect to testing, like shift left or shift right testing, continuous testing, and then there are many things after test. I mean, with the testing branches are happening, so nothing to worry. But yes, testing actually is, with respect to testing, the test automation activities also you have to improve, upgrade your skills, upgrade your tools and technologies. And later on, if you really want to move to cloud or DevOps or dev profile, these automation skills will definitely help you a lot to understand these DevOps activities as well. And DevOps is very, closely connected with the test automation activities because of the main CI/CD pipeline, and test automation plays a very crucial role while doing the CI/CD pipeline, the shift left testing. So better you focus on the performance, security, automation, these kind of skills. Better you improve, that will make your profile very, very strong in the market. Trust me, it will help you a lot for next couple of years, for next at least 5 years, if you're learning these things properly. Okay. Delson is saying struggling a lot in Canada to find a job, having more than 7 years of experience. See, Delson, I'm not sure about. See, it's overall happening everywhere. In fact, in India also, which is like kind of recession, or the market is very dead with respect to new jobs and everything. In fact, yesterday only I saw a couple of messages on Telegram. People were really frustrated that not a single call in testing which is happening. What do you think about, guys? Is it really happening that you guys are not getting any calls for interviews or something like this? So yeah, it is actually everywhere. Wait for some time. Start contacting to people on LinkedIn or everywhere, and joins these certain groups where on Telegram, where people are posting about the jobs and everything, and then try to contact to people. But make sure that, okay, if you're getting the interviews or opportunities, make sure that, okay, you are ready for that. It's not like that you are getting one call and then you're losing the opportunity because you are not prepared for that. So I would advise you that please prepare for it and then go for it. Okay. Chandrima is saying that manual testing in telecom domain or any other domain can we grow in career ladder with good package. I think one second. Yeah, yeah, definitely you can grow, but again, you really need to see. It's not like there are so many companies in the telecom, and then every time you are switching, and they're giving you the some very handsome package or everything, right? So if you really want to improve in your career, no doubt the domain expertise and domain knowledge will help you a lot. But you think about how vast that domain it is. If it is really vast and there are n number of companies are there, and then definitely it will grow, and then you are becoming a SME expert or a stakeholder in that particular domain. That is good. But along with that, how many years that you will survive? So better you improve your skills, technical skills also. That let's see, especially for the telecom devices or applications or domain, what kind of testing that we can do in terms of automation also, that what type of automation I can do in that particular domain. So that will help you a lot. That will add extra X factor in your profile along with this domain. Okay. Sorry, Bunny, I cannot tell you about the null pointer exception right now. So let's connect about null pointer exception later. Okay. Again, quick thing. Java with Selenium has more market base, but which language gives edge and benefit while using it with Selenium? See, the way that is there in the market, Selenium with Java. I prepared one video also, one dedicated video also, that which language is still popular with Selenium, and majority of the people they voted with Java. In fact, I gave couple of other stats also. More than 7,000 people voted, and 75% people voted for Java with Selenium. Couple of other surveys and polls also happened officially from Selenium side also. The Java is the most popular language with Selenium. So definitely because of Java, community base and community support is amazingly great. And now Java 21 is there officially. Selenium, they have announced that, okay, Java 11 will be the official version or supported version with Selenium, and later on they will be moving to Java 17 also very soon. So I think it's having a great scope still, and definitely it will help you a lot. And if you're learning Java, it will be easy for you to learn other languages also, because Java is a very heavily object oriented programming concept there, and then base language is there actually, and then it will help you understand that how exactly Java works with respect to collections, with respect to object creations part and object oriented part, and then oops concept and everything. That will help you a lot to learn Java based technologies like TestNG, Maven, JUnit, Cucumber, and all those things as well. Okay, so if you are happy with Java with Selenium, continue. Nothing to worry that no, I have to add one extra language also. Until unless your company or your project is demanding for that, you can add it later on. Okay, so again, Cypress, Playwright, and all those things that I've already taken. One second. Omkar is saying, if I want to move to automation from manual, what should I prefer, Selenium with Java or Cypress? See, Omkar, you can prefer both if you really want to prefer that. But if you are, let's see, especially if you are in India, that is still a lot of people are asking with Selenium with Java only. Cypress slowly gaining the market or and getting popular, but only thing is that with Cypress you have to learn JavaScript as well. So just like before Selenium, if you are starting with Java, so you have to learn Java. Same thing with Cypress also, you have to learn TypeScript. But if you compare Selenium versus Cypress end to end with respect to opportunities and current market situation, people see, try to understand the philosophy in the market, that from last 15 years or 20 years people are using Selenium, right? So it's not like suddenly people will leave Selenium and then introduce Cypress. No, whatever the frameworks and everything that we have designed from last couple of years, okay, scrap everything and then suddenly implement Cypress and Playwright and let's start doing the research and designing the framework, everything from the scratch with the Cypress. No, it will never happen like this. Maybe for the new projects, the choice with the Cypress, and it's totally myth that with the modern application like Angular or React based application, Selenium is not a good tool. No, it's totally myth. Maybe people are not aware of it, or maybe they are doing it wrong, or maybe they are not using the full fledged concept of Selenium 4 library. Okay, so still I would prefer Selenium with Java, or maybe after 6 months you can go with the Cypress also. Okay. Okay, so Rajesh, about Tosca, I'm not having much idea about Tosca because I did couple of POCs, but not much. But I would say that Tosca is again a paid tool, and infrastructure cost is very high. So that's what, like, no doubt, it's a great tool. After 5 years experience, let's say tomorrow you're going for interview, or after a couple of months you're planning for the interviews. Then in that case, only going with the Tosca automation, that won't help you much. So let's say out of 20 calls, you are getting only 1 or 2 calls with Tosca automation, or very specific companies or projects, they are using Tosca. But what if they are using, let's say, Selenium or Playwright or some API automation with open source libraries? Then in that case, you won't be able to crack those interviews and you won't be able to justify your experience also, right? So better you add some flavors of open source as well, like Selenium or Playwright, Rest Assured, Postman, these kind of tools, add it in your profile and then go with that. You are not only 2 years or 1 year experience guy, you are having 5 years of experience. So now this is like very much demanding. Plus the expectation also, after 5 years, people will be having that where is your other automation tool experience and exposure. So better you start learning those things and then go for the interviews after 5 years. Bravo. Let's not talk about the batches right now. Please concentrate on the questions. Okay. So, one second. Okay. Let's take this one also. Poojan Shah. Hi, Naveen. I'm fresher. I've joined one of the big four as UiPath developer. That's good. What do you think about this role and future of RPA? See, RPA is no doubt is a great thing. It's a totally different business altogether. It's a different ball game, I'll tell you. RPA is for the business automation or process automation, right? RPA is not a great choice, or it's a bad choice for the test automation. So we are doing, concentrating on the function and the non-functional automation that we are doing it for our applications. Let's see, web automation, mobile automation, or API automation. RPA is more for a business automation, process automation, or let's see, any business activities that you really want to automate. Let's see, marketing, cloud marketing, and all those things, or email notification automation, or such things. RPA is good for that, for the business workflows. But I would advise you to good that, okay, you are joining, but if you really want to grow your career with RP and everything, you can go with that UiPath. It's a totally different ball game, different learning curve, different I would say career path also. You can go with that. But if you really want to have the feel of testing and test automation, so please start learning about testing automation tools, hardcore automation tools like Cypress or Selenium and these kind of other things as well. So that will help you a lot. Okay, so Aditya is saying the best tool for performance testing without any language. Aditya, there are tools. Some codeless automation tool, you can use it, like my camera is getting okay. Codeless automation tool like Test Sigma and then Test Trigger and other tools are there. With there, you don't need to use any language. But I would advise you to learn with the language also, because you have to customize the things. Let's say you really want to generate some thousand of users, and in thousand of users also some special user that you really want to generate. You have to prepare the test data in advance, and you have to create a script for that. And then let's say you really want to achieve the correlation and everything. So performance testing, okay, with the language will be more beneficial for the customization and everything, and to design the framework end to end, so that you will have the full control on the framework with the language. So tool like K6 or Gatling or JMeter, I think good for that. So JMeter also you can learn it, where you don't need to write any code for that, but the customization and the configurations are highly recommended to learn. Okay, with the performance testing there. Uh, Rajput Yuvraj is saying JavaScript with the APM is good. You can do that, but resources are very less. That's the same problem. So you can go with that. That's not an issue. The libraries is quite stable after APM 2.0. So yeah, you can go with the APM with the JavaScript as well. Okay, one thing that this one I'll take it. Maybe Selenium 3 with Java 11. No, no, no. Please don't do that. Selenium 4 that you have to use it with the Java 11. And I think I've already prepared a detailed video on Selenium with Java 11, how to configure, what are different things that you have to change and everything. So please go with that. And you are doing a mistake if you are still using Selenium 3. They are talking about Selenium 5 and 6, and you are still on Selenium 3. So better you please migrate your entire automation framework to Selenium 4 library, because in Selenium 4 there are many changes happened with respect to W3C, with respect to other libraries like actions classes and everything. And then major changes happened with respect to implicitly weight, explicitly weight, in terms of duration class and everything, and other changes also. The major changes happened with respect to JSON wire protocol to the W3C and the Java 11 support as well. Recently they announced it. So please go with that. Selenium 4.13 onwards now is Java 11. They don't even support Java 8. Okay, so better you migrate to Selenium 4 with Java 11. Okay, so one second. I think there are so many messages, so actually it's going very fast. Arun is saying that it's possible to mechanical to its sector with some gap passing 2019. Yeah, you can do that, Arun. Improve and learn the testing, how exactly we perform testing. Talk to your friends who are already in software testing. Along with that, learn a couple of other tools also, and then start applying with the, prepare your resume and everything as a fresher, and then go with that. So 2019 pass out, 23 is already gone. You have to apply as a fresher because you don't have any experience with that. But don't show any fake experience or any proxy based experiences. Please always go with the whatever the experience that you are having it. Be honest about it. Simple, say that okay, yeah, I got some training, I did some couple of projects with respect to freelancing, or these are my Git repositories that I'm maintaining it and everything, and then go as a fresher and then start your career with automation and in testing. Okay, Telegram group, I'll share it later. And Prakhar is asking again that I'm good with performance testing with load runner. That's really good, Prakhar, because load runner is an amazing tool for the performance. Should I improve my performance testing skills or improve my functional automation skills? See, you have to continue with your performance testing. Try to learn about performance engineering with other tools, because performance engineering is such a vast area, and you already, or maybe you are already aware of it, that there are many things to analyze, many things to detect, many things to check at the server level and at API level, at the architect level, or at the framework level. So try to improve the performance engineering concept. Different tools like K6, or as I mentioned earlier, that Gatling or advanced JMeter concept, please try to learn it. And along with that, at least one functional automation tool that should be there in your bucket. Because sometimes what happens, let's say companies are not doing performance testing every day. Whenever there is a production or some major releases are happening, then they are doing the major performance testing. And once the application is stable with respect to performance, then it's not a very regular activity. So this is a non-functional activity. But functional testing, you have to do it on a daily basis, where you have to improve the things with respect to performance and with respect to functionality and everything. So please improve those things as well. That will help you a lot. So better you improve your performance testing along with the function also. You have to learn what will be the salary package for 5 years. I'm not sure where exactly you are, and it depends on your scale, depends on your current package and everything. So there are many factors. You can make 10 lakhs also, you can make 25 or 30 lakhs also. It depends. Okay, so uh, you don't know that how many packages people are making. Depends, in which city that you are. If you're in Bangalore, if you're in And Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, people are making some really good money with respect to, it doesn't matter what kind of experience that they are having it in terms of years, but with the right skill set, and some companies doing some really giving some really good handsome package after 5 years or 3 4 years as well. So it depends actually. Okay, so let's take this one as well, that currently working as manual tester, interviewed for automation profile, completed Selenium with Java and playwright with JavaScript. So yeah, that's good, Vikrant. So what is the question here? Okay, so let's take this one. Next one, I got opportunity to work with the desktop application with the robot framework Python. Okay, with this Flow UI library, and for new project, whether good to work long time, looks easy, no coding, much more keyword driven. Yes, exactly. It's totally on the keyword driven if you're using the robot framework, and maybe some customized keywords that you can use it, you can create it with the Python, but try to add some, at least one programming language and one programming based automation tool also in your profile, Pradeep. It will help you a lot. And good that okay, you started with framework, robot framework with Python, so you can improve robot framework for the web and API automation. Plus, start learning Python as well. So that will help you a lot to create some customized keywords and everything within the robot framework. You can customize that, and you can, now you have opened the door for other frameworks with Python, like you can use APM, you can use Selenium, you can use API automation also with the Python. It's a very very popular and very amazing language, I'll tell you, with Python. So go with that. Okay, try to improve these things as well. Yeah, I'm coming on this point, Babu, that something on AI chat GPT, can we use that in automation testing, and where to start? See, you have to find a use case. It's not like suddenly AI or chat GPT or something like this, especially with the generative AI. Generative AI, we can use it with automation. There are some use cases. Let's say you are on the registration form, and I create a prompt, AI prompt, that, hey, fill that form. I don't need to write driver dot find element dot send keys and everything. I just create a prompt there, and through the generative AI, it will just fill the form, and then I say click on submit. Then it will submit. Then I'll continue with my Selenium thing or something like that. Or you are preparing some test data or something like this. So these some few use cases you can use it if you really want to use, right? There are tools like codeless automation tools are available. I was having a demo with the Reflect team and Test Sigma. They are implementing the AI, and the test rigor also. They have implemented the AI where automatically through the prompt engineering they are actually filling the form, and then doing some automation with the AI, creating and discovering some automated test cases through the AI, and then doing the testing, and then done. So you don't need to much focus on the functional part and everything. You don't need to think about, no need to you know just keep your mind aside, and then just AI will take care of those things automatically. But still, it requires some level of enhancement and everything. And then with respect to coding, I'm not see any much details or in near future or any integration with the AI with Selenium, Cypress, or Playwright with automation. So as of now, you can leave it. But again, ChatGPT, you can use it for the, not for LinkedIn post much, because people are just copy pasting the things and then posting it on social media. That's a bad habit, according to me. Just for every single thing, people are just using ChatGPT. For printing hello world also, they are checking that okay, what will be the output of this simple Java code, and they are checking with the ChatGPT. And then ChatGPT is good. You can use ChatGPT, maybe some content that you are creating, and then you are your English is not good, or you are really bad in writing the things, then you can generate the content from there. Some blogs, you can just take some help from ChatGPT, or some, let's see, if you really want to design a framework, and it's so boring and monotonous job, right, that create a page object class for the entire page. I have to write the same XPath, same bilocator, same methods and everything. You can take the help from ChatGPT for such cases. But think about that, okay, if you're using complete logic they have taken from the ChatGPT, using it, you won't be able to enjoy the code, plus you won't be confident, plus what about the debugging and everything? So that will not help you much. So it is actually blocking your learning, blocking your thinking ability in, okay, in that way. So better you use ChatGPT smartly, and focus majorly on the, on the repetitive work that you're doing. Then you can take the help from the chat gpt. Otherwise, the core thing, the core skills that we really want to learn, please use it, learn it, and then use it. Okay, don't directly copy paste. I'll tell you one incident that recently I was doing some code review one of the companies. Okay, I won't take their names. They were working on some tool. Let's see. Yeah, they were working on Playwright and Pactum.js. So that is the JavaScript, and they were not aware of anything about much about the Playwright and the Pactum. Pactum.js is for the API automation. So I was there. They asked me that, okay, Naveen, can you please review their PRs and everything? And then I actually raised couple of concerns, couple of questions, reviews that, okay, why this is like that, and nobody was able to give the answer, because what exactly they were doing, they were just doing the prompt in the chat GPT, copy paste it, and raising the PR back to back. So when I asked the question, how will you debug it? They have no idea, and that was a really bad habit. So that is what I'll tell you, that if you implement it, not using it properly, then it will haunt you later. So, okay, use these tools and AI and ChatGPT smartly. Don't block your learning with these tools. Okay. Okay. So, just a second. Okay. I know JavaScript and want to explore mobile automation testing. Tell me JavaScript with APM. Yes, you can go with that. JavaScript with APM using WebDriver IO. Amazing choice. You can go with that. JavaScript with Detox. Detox is also great tool. But again, the JavaScript is the prior knowledge that you really need to do that. And Detox configuration as compared to APM, writing the code as compared to APM is very less. So you can go with the Detox also. The only thing is, yeah, Detox with the APM, sorry, Detox with the iOS and Android. Yes, you can do that. And iOS automation is very simple with the Detox. So yes, it's again a great choice. JavaScript with the Maestro, I'm not much aware of it, but the second and third choice, I would advise you. If you're really going with the community support and everything with APM 2.0 JavaScript, you can go with the WebDriver IO. Great tool, and very active community, and JavaScript with Detox also very new thing there in the market, and then quite stable, supporting iOS and Android both together. So you can go with the Detox as well. But again, please improve your JavaScript first, and then get into these tools. Okay, because they are actually heavily, they are designed on the basis of JavaScript. So for every single line of code, you have to use JavaScript. So if you're not confident in JavaScript, then you will always struggle, because end of the day, because what happens when we learn the tool, it's easy. Okay, line by line syntax, basic things we are learning, setup is done, dot click, dot type, and everything. But in real time project, when we try to implement the things end to end, designing the components and then everything together, then it will if you're not good in JavaScript, then it will be a big problem. And plus, along with the JavaScript, please try to learn other families also with JavaScript, like Mocha, Jasmine, Chai assertions, Grunt, Karma, for the CI/CD pipeline, for the NPM packaging and everything. So just like we use it, Maven, Gradle, TestNG with the Java base, same thing for JavaScript also. Please learn the supportive tools as well. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what is Sigma visualizations using Cypress. Cypress cannot do much with respect to visualization testing. Okay, so I'm not sure about it, but you can use API tools for the visualization testing. And what is Sigma visualization? I'm not sure about it. No, no. Why you want to learn? How can I learn Python and Cypress? Right? Because Cypress does not support Python. Cypress is a JavaScript based tool. So if you really want to learn Python, there are so many tools. I mean, so many channels, resources are there. For Cypress also, you can go with that. But Cypress, you need to learn JavaScript and the TypeScript. It's nothing related to the Python. Okay. Okay. So once again, Vinod is saying, can I show my non-IT experience into automation testing? I have 6.5 years of claims associated experience, but I want to show 2 years automation. Is it a good practice? No, Vinod. It is not a good practice. Why do you want to showcase 2 years? I, First of all, that you have to learn the things properly, and then to justify 2 years, you have to be trained really well in, in automation testing, particularly that you are asking about. So improve how exactly after a 2 year experience guy in automation works in real time projects. Try to learn those things. Then only you can justify. Randomly, if you're writing this thing on your resume, that won't help you much, because immediately they will get to know that you are just a fresher or not much experience in automation. So first, to improve the things with respect to how exactly we work in automation and everything, then you go with that. Okay. Okay. So okay, let's take this one. Shivam Bharadwaj is asking which is having good market, web app automation or mobile automation? Both. But again, web automation, obviously, that every company they are having their own web automation with respect to web application. Not everyone is having the mobile automation. Problem with the mobile app automation is that the stability, because every time you think about Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, these apps, they're struggling a lot with respect to mobile app automation because the changes are happening very, very frequently. So today you have designed the framework, and after 3 months it's not working properly. So that's what, like, it's a really frustrating thing. Same thing can happen with the web automation also, but again, it's still you can make it stable, and only few pages are getting changed or few components are getting changed, so you can still survive. But again, achieving these days 70-80% automation success rate with web automation also is really difficult. You will struggle with the mobile automation also, but it's good to know whatever we can automate, whatever in the scope of automation with mobile and web, you can do that. But focus majorly on the API automation also, like Postman and the rest assured as well. Right, it's not like every company they're using Postman based automation. What if they are using Java based technology, and then they highly recommend to use the rest assured? So in that case, you have to learn rest assured with Java. Right, mocking APIs, rest assured, get post, microservices automation, REST API automation, GraphQL automation, RPC automation, you have to learn with API automation. Okay. Okay, let's quickly take this one from Selenium 3.2.4. Framework is already designed. Enhancement, you just first change the version from Selenium 3.2.4, run it, and before running it, check each and every code or each and every file, that what happened from 3 to 4. What are the changes with respect to actions class, with respect to your weights, implicitly weight or explicitly weight? Major changes happened, that initially earlier in Selenium 3 we were using time unit.java. Now we have duration class, right? So this entire code that you have to change. Plus you have to check that, okay, the version that you're using with the Chrome or Firefox, other browsers, it's really compatible with Selenium 4 or not, with your current browser version and everything. So improve those things. If you're using some of the actions classes, maybe a couple of actions classes, they might not give you the right result. So you have to upgrade and then check the code once again. So these are the major things that you have to check it. Otherwise, most of the things are same. No changes in the click, send keys and other methods. Those things are same. Internally, the entire architecture is now with respect to a W3C protocol, not with the JSON wire protocol. So that is not impacting at the client side. I mean, at the programming side or the script side. Okay, so just go with that thing and then try to debug the code where exactly the problem is coming, fix it, and then again run it, then fix it, then again run it. So with continuously, if you're doing this activity again and again, then you completely, once you completely migrate to Selenium 4, keep running your Selenium 4 framework, and then check is it really working properly, and then you deprecate the main pipeline. I mean, upgrade the main pipeline with the Selenium 4 version and remove the Selenium 3 version pipeline. Okay. Okay, so let's take no, Mohammed, please don't do these kind of automation using phased verification or phase detection or capture or these kind of things. It's not designed for the automation point of view. Think about that. uh, you cannot automate everything, right? Face detection or face verification, captcha or recaptcha or barcodes, QR codes. Although there are some libraries, maybe you can automate that, but these are not recommended. If you go to official website of Selenium and other tools also, everyone has clearly mentioned, please avoid these kind of automations. Okay. So if someone is asking you, or your manager is asking that, okay, no, you have to automate, that's clearly say that, okay, no, it's not, I'm not saying cannot be automated, but better to avoid for the automation. Like Gmail APIs, you have to use it instead of Gmail login from the UI part. Hardware automation, right? These things you should not automate, right? Okay. Facing problem to learn automation framework. So what is the issue, Pramod? Why are you not able to learn properly? If you are directly jumping into the framework part, you will never learn framework. So first try to learn. Framework is all about designing the different components, designing the utilities, generic code, application based utilities, designing the test cases, how exactly you are calling the page classes, and the page classes are also calling other utilities, those utilities are calling some other utilities, or maybe external utilities, third party libraries, helper files that you have to create. You have to manage your runners, you have to manage your page classes and the test classes, different layers, configuration classes, you have to make it different. So different components that you have to create, and then you should know how exactly they are all integrated with each other, they're talking to each other, and then you design one full flash framework. And once the framework is developed, then you try to integrate with the CI/CD pipeline, or running the test cases on the cloud or with the main pipeline. So before that, you have to learn the improve your core language, whatever the language that you are using, core concept of that tool. And then when you learn Selenium also, please always learn with the proper things. Like proper things means, what I've seen that few courses or few channels, they just tell you that, okay, use dot send keys method, or dot click method, or capture the text, but how exactly you're going to use it in the real time project, that's the important thing. Because in framework, you have to avoid the repetitive work. Getting a point? So that's what, how to create a utility for this, so that the same utility will work for any kind of application, or any kind of page, or any kind of component. That will help you a lot here. Okay. uh yes, definitely. How to solve Selenium hacker rank questions? Yeah. See, there are no Selenium based hacker rank questions, first of all, right? Nobody's asking that, okay, Selenium, run this code, or open the browser in hacker rank or something. Hacker rank, whatever the language that you're picking, two or three questions will be there with respect to maybe coming from the lead code, or some competitive programming based questions will be there, or try to solve the problem with respect to array or a string, or language specific problems will be there, right? So try to learn those things. But yes, there are companies, people are asking about hacker rank on everything, but it requires a different kind of preparation. I have created a lot of videos, what kind of questions, out of the box question people are asking, and then improve your DSA based questions also, collections also, you have to improve it. If you're really good in data structure algorithm, like time complexity and then space complexity, how to solve array based questions, string based questions, collections based APIs, framework based questions are there. It will help you a lot to crack these kind of questions, and it requires a lot of practice. So if you are into those things, you can definitely solve these questions. Then your Selenium and other things will come into the picture. But nobody will ask that, okay, Selenium based questions in HackerRank. Let's like launch the browser and fill this form in HackerRank. It will never happen like this, right? Mock interviews, yeah, Delson, we will start. The only thing is, I take a lot of mock interviews internally, because but we don't publish it on YouTube. Obviously, that we really need a consent from the candidate, then only we will publish it. Otherwise, it's not like mock interviews are not happening, it's happening, but we are actually not publishing it. I'll check if I can start the mock interview series once again, with the modern questions people are asking in the these days in the interviews. Definitely I'll try to do that. Okay, let's take this one also. Playwright better than Selenium in future? See, I cannot tell that which one is good. All the tools are really good. They are trying to solve some problems, and whenever a new tool is coming in the market, or they always try to implement the things in such a way that whatever the previous tools were there in the market, they will always try to solve the problems which other tools they were not, not able to solve it. Like Selenium is not able to solve a couple of things. For example, with Selenium I cannot do API automation. Playwright is giving that option as well. So that is the extra advantage that you are getting with the Playwright. But let's see, if talk about the web automation, I will still prefer Selenium. Why? Because the main thing is the standards in the market. W3C Playwright is not W3C certified, or W3C WebDriver is actually a standard protocol which is being used by Selenium and Selenium based family. If you talk about, let's see, all these browsers, we have Chrome, Firefox, and Edge browser. They all are W3C, and we have binaries also which are available like Chrome driver and everything. They all are also W3C, but you are writing the code which is not W3C. So that is, all these three components should be compatible to each other. So that's what, like, we are using the same standard protocol for all, at all three level: client side also, server side also, at the mediator side also, and the application which is running on the browser, that also is a W3C. That's why Selenium is so popular in the market, because of this thing. So future is great. People are talking about Selenium WebDriver BiDi. I don't know that you guys have heard about it. Maybe I'll prepare a video, separate video on Selenium BiDi. That is bi-directional protocol they are trying to implement in Selenium 5 and 6, which is again a game changer. So just like they are trying to implement the WebSocket thing and everything, so that will be improved version of Selenium will be there, you might see in the future. And the same WebDriver BiDi protocol will be used by Playwright and Selenium also. So you think about that, the level of this thing. They are trying to implement. So in maybe by next year you might get Selenium 5 or 6 also very soon, right? So don't worry about Selenium is having no future or something like this. In fact, this Selenium WebDriver BiDi protocol will be used by other tools like Playwright or Cypress. You never know. Okay, so that will be the standard tool for all the web automation, because Google is actually funding it, and Google is actually, a dedicated team is actually supporting Selenium team together, creating this WebDriver BiDi protocol. So along with the W3C. So we cannot say that, okay, no, Playwright is better than Selenium or Selenium is better than this, but Selenium is having amazing concept because of this thing, because of the standards which are there, and plus compatibility with other browsers. Almost like all the browsers are there in the market, and the community support, that makes Selenium unique as compared to other tools. I really don't like some people, they randomly claim that, okay, no, Playwright is great, Playwright is good. No doubt, it's really great. In fact, even I'm preparing a video, I've prepared a Playwright Java series on my channel. But let's talk about on the stats. Let's talk about on the basis of the things that Selenium can do, and the standards also, and the community support also. We should not forget that. We cannot suddenly say that, okay, no, Playwright will kill Selenium, or Cypress will kill this particular tool. No, nobody's going to kill anyone, any tool. But Selenium can be vanished in the market only and only when there are no major updates are happening, no major things are happening, no major community support is coming. Let's see, just like what happened with the protector, like what happened with the test project, right? Amazing marketing and everything, but they were not able to make good money though. And the protector also, same thing happened, that no update from last 5 years, it's completely deprecated. With Selenium, so you and me, we all have to work together to to make sure that, okay, demanding more and more from the Selenium team. So that's what they are giving us to us, giving to us as well. Anyways, so let's take the next one. Okay, Playwright with Java or JS, good. Both are good. SSR, SSSRRR, you can use it. If you're coming from the Java background, it will be super easy to adopt. Just add one dependency in your Maven project and start writing the code. Same thing, same page object model, everything will remain same. Some really good extra locators are there in the Playwright. You're already familiar with the Maven, TestNG. You can easily use that, and the language Java, right? So ultimate target is to automate the things. Same thing you can do with the Playwright JS also. But if you're not coming from the JS background, but please learn JS and then implement the Playwright for that. Okay. As such, there are no major differences I see here between Playwright with Java or Playwright with JavaScript. Okay. Okay, let's take this question also for 12 years experience, guys. That maybe the similar question for others as well. That 8 years experience with Selenium with C#.NET. Can you suggest what should I learn? I'm following your TS and JS videos. Thank you. Thanks, Zubair. And see, 8 years after, sorry, 12 years and 8 years in the QA. So see, like 8 years in the QA and around 12 years experience. So definitely you cannot survive only with Selenium, right? After 10 years in the QA, people will start demanding or expecting from you with respect to other expertise as well. You have to, it's not about that you will become a manager only, but as a technical manager also, let's see, you have to handle a team where you have to, let's say, implement, I say, can you implement the performance testing in our project? Can you implement API automation in our project? We have hundreds of APIs or microservices which are running in the background. Can you please automate that? We don't want any Selenium thing. We don't want any web automation thing right now. We really want to majorly focus on the backend thing, or backend automation, or performance testing, or the security also. Then what will you do? Right? But you are saying that no, I'm having 10 years of experience in the QA, let's see, for example. Then you have to justify your experience. We cannot say that, okay, no, from last 8 years I was doing only Selenium with C sharp, because 8 years is too much. Like, it's great experience in Selenium, no doubt, but other than that, what exactly extra things that you have actually added in your profile? So please try to add those things as well. And learn other language like you are already learning, like TS and JS. If you're learning it, it will help you a lot. The JavaScript based, family based frameworks, like, as I mentioned, Playwright and all those things, it will help you a lot. So please try to add more and more different types of tools from different areas. One mobile automation, one API, and another extra tool with respect to functional testing with web automation also. We can, you can add it here, and then you go with that. Okay. Aditya, we have already taken this question. So one second. Okay, this is a really good question, very small but very meaningful question, that how to choose test cases for the automation. Same thing, maybe people are asking this thing at a time of interview also. So just be practical about, don't do automation for anything which cannot be automated, or don't try for those things which is really difficult and not recommended to do the automation. I'm getting a couple of queries from different people that can we automate Gmail login? I want to do Gmail login because my OTP is coming on Gmail. So do you really want to launch gmail.com in the browser and then log in with the username password and then click on inbox and go to there and then fetch the OTP or some whatever the number is coming? No. Better to use Gmail APIs for that. So Gmail automation with the web is not recommended. So this is the test case that I would not go with the web automation point of view, right? So same thing you think about that, where manual interventions are really needed. You really need to explore it much around that area for the specific feature. Then automation will not give you much confidence, because what if, let's say, you miss some very important thing, lot of calculations that you have to do, or some manual interventions that you have to do, or some out of the box scenarios that you have to execute, or let's see, some third party connectivity or some database connectivity that you have to check the data is really inserted or not, and delete the thing from there and then check again those things. Let's see, you have inserted one data, a user data, delete it and then check how exactly it is happening in the UI part and all those things. So these things are really difficult to maintain, with the automation. So automation generally, see, what we say, it's a very, old school thing. One line that I'm going to tell you, that automation always concentrate, focus only and only for your happy path scenarios. Whatever the regression test cases or happy path scenarios which are very repetitive, every time you are running it, every time it's so boring, that same click or same dot click or same filling the form and then submitting it manually and then doing the same work. I was not able to concentrate on the new feature that was developed actually in the recent build or recent sprint. So better I have to focus on that thing, right? So whatever, at least 30-40% in the major chunk, if I can automate, better I will automate those things. So like whatever the repetitive work, and let's see, a lot of data entries that you have to do, a lot of, let's see, 5 different users that you have to create, some UI validation that you have to check it quickly with respect to manual testing. Why are you wasting time unnecessary? Or let's say cross browser testing, that we have to perform same 50 test cases on Firefox, on Chrome and all those things. So let's see, out of 50, if I have automated around 25 test cases, don't you think that 25 test cases I'll execute on all the browsers, and then better I save time there and then focus on my new things, whatever is there in the, okay, in the current sprint or in the current release. So this is how you have to pick the test cases for automation. What we do totally reverse. We try to automate everything. Okay, let's automate this also, automate this also. And then we try to always, it's a problem with the management also, that they always ask every month, have you done this automation right now, what is the percentage of automation? That's a stupid question from the management side also, that what will be the percentage of automation? Are you really targeting 80-90% of test automation with the web? That's a very horrible thing sometimes. I mean, most of the time it cannot be achievable, and in fact I'm happy with the stable 30-40% automation also. You agree or not? Right? And then 80-90% automation you have done, and every time you're running it, and then 65% 70% test cases are getting failed. Everything is in the red color, no such element exception or some other exception, or data not available, or whatever xyz reasons that you are getting it. So don't you think that what will you do with that 80-90% automation if your automation is not stable at all? Right? So we cannot skip the manual testing, or forget about manual testing or automation. We cannot skip the, the exploratory testing. Fine, automation is helping me to reduce my work, reduce my manual hours and everything. Lot of data that I have to create, I can utilize my automation there. Lot of unnecessary repetitive validations that I have to do, I can do my automation. But automation is not made for hardware testing or some performance testing that you are doing with respect to Selenium. These are not the recommended things with respect to automation. You have to analyze. Testing is a brain work, right? And then you have to think about the use cases, positive, negative use cases you have to think about. Then we have to give the final sign off. Automation is just a small chunk where we are solving a lot of repetitive work, doing automation for that. Okay, so always remember, 30-40% stable automation is far far better than 80% or 90% or 100% no unstable framework or unstable automation framework. Okay, so this is also a good question. What are the different cloud tools and technologies for automation tester? Yes, Rohit, you have to learn. Try to understand that uh, you have designed something. Let's see, any automation you have designed. So designing is what? Are you really running in your local, in your Eclipse or in your IntelliJ? No, right? Are you really going to download a Docker in your system or Selenium grid in your system? We really need to go out of the machine, somewhere on the VM, somewhere on the cloud. Let's say I have taken one machine on the cloud, one Linux machine where I've installed the entire infrastructure. Let's say Selenium grid, I have installed there, multiple browsers I have maintained there, and now I'm running my test cases with the main CI/CD pipeline. So these are the DevOps activities or cloud activities you have to perform. You should know that, okay, if I really want to publish my reports or publish some data or some HTML report that I'm generating, I'm sending my reports to the S3 bucket, and S3 bucket, I'm sending the email and giving the notification to everyone via Slack and everything. And then I'm creating some Docker images and implementing the container technology here, which is publish I'm putting the container with the pipeline on the different environments and running the test cases against that particular environment. So I really need the cloud and infrastructure knowledge about it. So please don't focus up to only know my work is done, the framework is developed. You have to run it in the main CI/CD pipeline. With the regular pipeline you have to integrate, and then running the test cases on the AWS or Azure or GCP or any cloud that you are using it. You should know that, okay, if there are some bugs, or let's see, infrastructure that you are maintaining, let's say you have created one mobile lab or browser lab on the cloud or device form that you are using it, you really need to restart the server or add other five machines or other five browsers also on the cloud. If you are not aware of it, you cannot do all those things. So I'm not saying that, okay, you have to be master in the AWS or something, but there are some really good services like Lambda, AWS Lambda, or AWS EC2, or some few database storage capacity and everything, storage services and everything. You have to learn with respect to cloud as an automation engineer. That will help you a lot. For preparing bug, using GitHub is good. For reporting bug, no, 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 no. Why are you using GitHub for the reporting bugs? Okay, for open source, it's fine. You can raise it and you can create an issue. But if your internal project, you're there, that better you maintain a separate like test management projects, or like Zira or X-Ray or these kind of things that you guys are using it for reporting the bugs. And then you can link with the GitHub, whatever the source code or whatever the commit ID is there, you can just connect with that. Okay, so that you can achieve the complete bug report life cycle and everything, bug life cycle within the reporting tool or bug tracking tool instead of GitHub. Chandrima, please don't spam the same thing. I'm taking this one. For QA, it is good move to into business or data analytics. Yeah, you can move it if you are interested. If you're really good in data, and then data science or data engineering, or learning data pipelines and everything, it's good, and it's up to you. If you really want to become a business analyst or product manager also, it's good that because you're already coming from the QA background, you know that how exactly customer thinks about the application, and that way definitely it's a good thing, you can do that. But the question is why. Okay, so think about it. If you're not enjoying QA, not learning new things in QA, then if you really want to explore other things, you can go with that. There are many things, Ashish, available. GitHub repository attractive. There are many plugins, and the templates are there, go with that. And yeah, if you really want to make it really fancy, there are many tutorials also there on the YouTube channel, you can go with that. Any desktop application currently best for the community support point of view? For the desktop application, you can go with the WinApp driver. Hotkey also there, HKS is also there, and there are other couple of other tools, but they are not open source. Okay, for the desktop application, so go with the WinApp driver. It's a wrapper on top of Selenium, but I'm not sure it's really compatible with the Selenium 4 or not. I haven't explored it much. It's been a long time, but you can explore it and then go with that. Okay, TechCraft Buddy is asking, what is your opinion on no code automation platforms? It's good. Is there are many no code automation tools are there, like we have Test Rigger, Test Sigma, Reflect, or there are many, plenty of automation, no code automation tools and platforms are there. But you think about, if you are and your team is ready for the budget pricing and everything, go with those things. And if you are not, if your team is not ready and you are not really put money on the team setup or the skills for your resources and everything, then you can go with the no code automation tool. And you have a very let's see, only few use cases, not much testing scope and everything, then you can go with the no code automation platforms as well. But you have a big project where you have to automate some, let's see, 500, 600 application is quite complex, or a lot of use cases for the automation point of view, and really want to design the core automation framework where those frameworks can be utilized and can be used by other teams as well, then I think go with the code based automation tool. Shauli is asking, any idea AI ML is going to affect development and the testing in long run? Definitely, Shavali. After 10 years, not even 10 years, it's already, people already started implementing the things in the development and the testing. There are tools are available in the market, which is AI based prompt engineering, that they are using it, and then in the testing and in the development also. Copilot is one of the examples for that. ChatGPT is another example for that, right? So why are you waiting for 10 years? You don't even know that what will happen after 10 years, right? So try to, used to with these things, and don't ignore it completely. But I'm not saying that, okay, some specific course in the AI or ML that you have to do as a tester, or as in the test automation also, that try to understand that where exactly we can implement that. Is it really needed or not? Or can we use any automation tool which is using some AI and ML based features also? But right now, open source tools which are there for test automation, they are not using such concepts like AI and ML. But you never know that maybe in future we can see some use cases there as well. So let's see, for preparing the test data through the AI, or filling the form with the AI, prompt engineering, we can use it on the web page, and then creating the test cases automatically through the AI. These kind of things, we can do that, but it really need one human touch or testing touch or a tester touch so that we can justify. Otherwise, you think about AI is testing everything and giving in the production, then you think about that if any production issues are coming and the application is not tested properly, it could be a disaster also, right? Girish, market will be stable. Uh, I don't know, buddy. Let's see. From last 6 7 months is really bad. Not that much calls, I know. But again, the festival season and in the US, holiday season will start. Then Christmas and December end will be there. So let's expect by January second week or third week again it should pick. So January, February, March will be the top. I think a lot of opportunities will be there. The market will be on top. So let's see how exactly things are working globally, and then let's see. But prepare yourself accordingly, and then utilize your time. Okay. Okay. So Java 11 and 8 with Selenium. I have already taken this question. Accessibility automation, Abdul. We can do that. Definitely, I have prepared one video also on that. Okay, you can use the DQ library for the accessibility testing, and you can easily integrate with the Selenium as well. Just need to add one extra dependency for that, and then you are absolutely good to go with that. So you can just add it with those things as well. And yeah, it's good to have the accessibility automation test cases in your main framework. Figure out that okay, what are different things we can automate that. But I'm not saying that 100% accessibility testing you can automate. There are things that you have to test it manually. Okay, but few things like tab sequence and some rules are already defined in the DQ library. You can scan the entire code or entire page. Is it really according to the accessibility rules defined in the DQ library? You can use that. Okay, so there is one DEQUE. Search about it, and integration with Selenium. I have one video also on this, and you can also explore it about it. Okay, so let me take a couple of more, then we will end this stream. Is it a good idea to learn Cypress now? Yes, of course, why not? I started learning it, but not feeling very optimistic now after listening comparison with Selenium. See, if you're coming from Java background, you will feel some people generally, that's a feedback I got, that after Selenium, if I'm coming in the Cypress world, it's slightly different, right? So because Cypress folder structure and the way we have to write the test cases with the Cypress is slightly different. The way we are getting the data from the fixtures and the configurations and running the test cases, no much support for iframes or shadow DOM sometimes, or uh, parallel execution. You have to use the Cypress dashboard, which is actually paid. In Selenium, everything is flexible, everything is free, and then you can set up the complete infrastructure with Selenium. Fine, but people are doing great with Cypress also, no doubt about it. So just go with that. There is no issue with that. It's a great tool, a new learning for you. And maybe you are not feeling optimistic because of the language also, it could be a reason. So first learn about the language, because some weird syntax suddenly you see, then you will lose the confidence. It happens with everyone. Suddenly that I'm giving you a tool with the new language. First always learn about the language and then jump into the tool, because the tool philosophy will remain same, that yes, we have to do the testing and we have to assert, right? But how to design the components and the test cases and everything and the libraries, for that you really need to hold a good command on the language as well first. So maybe that awkwardness or not feeling optimistic because of the language also, it could be a reason. Yokesh, you can go and check Naveen Automation Labs GitHub on Google. There are around more than 300 repositories are there, and explore it. There are so many good things are there on my GitHub. Go and check it. Playwright is much better than Cypress. No, Nirmal, yeah, maybe could be. It depends. It's a mixture of opinion. Mix of opinions are, sometimes people say that, okay, no, we are happy with the Cypress. People say that, okay, no, Playwright is slightly flexible, easy to learn, learning curve is great with Playwright. So it depends actually. But the only thing is you have to spend time on, on these tools, then go with that. I have seen people are using Cypress, they hate Selenium. Okay, they don't like Selenium at all. People are using Selenium, they don't like Cypress and Playwright at all. So again, it depends actually how exactly you're using, and different, person to person actually, it depends. Yes. So again, just testing framework with React is amazing. It's coming soon with my Playwright and Cypress series. We will try to do something with the jest testing. It's a testing framework developed by Meta from the Facebook side. Yeah, so we will do that definitely. Very soon it will be there. After my TypeScript series, it will be there. Which CI tool I should learn with the Java and Selenium? Yeah, you go with the Jenkins, go with the GitHub Actions, you can go with the Team City, you can go with the GitLab also. These are the 3 4 CI/CD tool. The concept will remain same. The build file and the build file and the YAML file that you are creating with other tools, it will almost like concept will remain same. If you're learning, go with the Jenkins. Again, open source, very well support with the Selenium, with Java, running the test cases on the grid and everything. Easily, everything you can do with respect to Selenium. With the Jenkins pipeline, you can create that. Learn about how to create a Jenkins file with declarative pipeline syntax. Go with that, and start learning the Docker images and creating the container and creating the images for the Selenium libraries, the framework that you have developed, so that I can easily integrate with my CI. So Jenkins is quite compatible with with the Docker creators, I mean containers images also. So just go with that. Jenkins, GitLab, GitHub Actions also, you can do it. Explore GitHub Actions, an amazing tool. Yes, yes, why not? Selenium, there be employment opportunities. It will be there next year, after next year, 2 years, 3 years also. Just don't worry. Okay, learn about Selenium, and Selenium spelling is wrong. Okay, first improve this thing as well. Okay, before learning Selenium. Mazit, I think you joined late. I've already covered this part. Learning JavaScript based testing is important because these days a lot of tools are there in the market with respect to JavaScript. Like for every domain, it's there. If you really want to, work with the API, there are many tools are there in the market like Pactum.js. In fact, in the Postman also you can do automation with JavaScript, right? Maybe you have guys have heard about it, right? Postman can do automation with JavaScript. We can write JavaScript with the chai assertions and with the mocha APIs are already implemented internally, and we can write the JavaScript code to automate that. Same thing with the UI. You see that's plenty of tools, Puppeteer, Protector, also deprecated. Protector is already deprecated, like Playwright, Cypress, right? These tools are already there. WebDriver IO is there, Nightwatch JS is there, Puppeteer is there, and then there are plenty of tools are there in the market, which is, and there is another one coming from the ThoughtWorks, right? That is, I forgot. I prepared a couple of videos also on that. So yeah, you can just use it. But again, the main thing is JavaScript. So learn JavaScript and the TypeScript. I'll tell you one thing. If you're learning JavaScript, please don't forget to learn TypeScript also. So TypeScript and the JavaScript, see what happens with JavaScript is not the object-oriented programming completely, and it's a runtime language, right? So with the TypeScript, you can define the type, all the variables, a return type of the methods. There are other good things also, like that they have implemented decorators and the interface concept. The proper object oriented you can achieve with the TypeScript as compared to JavaScript. So while writing the code itself, it's a compile time language. Okay, TypeScript. So most of the frameworks in the industry, the trend is, let's say tomorrow you really want to use WebDriver IO or the Playwright, use it with the TypeScript, not with the JavaScript. It will help you a lot. Ultimately, TypeScript is converting and compiling the code into JavaScript only, and 90% syntax is exactly same, along with extra features like object oriented decorators, interfaces, and the type inferences and the type annotations. You will see extra features in the TypeScript. So go with the framework, the design, and everything with the TypeScript, right? So tomorrow you want to learn Cypress, implement with the TypeScript. Learn Playwright, implement with the TypeScript as okay instead of JavaScript. You will get extra advantages for sure. Saurabh is saying after seeing your videos, I was able to switch three companies and from manual testing 5 lakhs annum to I have reached 26 lakh annums. I want to ask what is the future of testing and what is just keep watching Naveen Automation Labs 26 to 52 also you can make it, so don't worry about that. So future of testing is great, nothing to worry. If future of testing is not that great, then you wouldn't have made 5 lakhs to 26 lakhs, right Saurabh? So just don't worry. This is just a starting. I'm sure you will make more and more good things you will do in your future. Okay. Okay. So Vinod is saying, I'm starting my career as a QA, but my goal is specializing in non-functional testing like performance and the security. Could you give some advice? Definitely. Vinod, it's a great thing. If you really want to specialize your career in performance and the security, that will be an extra advantage for you. Very few people are there who are really good in performance engineering and the security. It's a very unique and the niche profile where a lot of good opportunities, good compensation, and some really good companies. See, you can say that 10 to 1 ratio. If there are 10 automation engineers are there and one or two performance engineer guys will be there who are actually dedicated only for certain performance task or security testing task. You can do a lot of consulting work also with respect to security and make some really good money. Bug bounty programs are there. You can make amazing good things over there. You can just contribute for those bug bounty and the security based bugs you can found or leakages you can found. You can do a lot of consulting work, consultation you can do with respect to performance also. So it's a great scope. Go with that, and along with that add one or two tools for the functional testing also, so that it will look good on your resume actually. Please suggest any good resources for TypeScript. Sami, please watch Naveen Automation Labs. You will see some really good videos on TypeScript and JavaScript both. Yes, Raghu, that is there pending from my side. Definitely APM 2.0 series will be there on my channel. You must have heard about APM 2.0 is there, and now it's very easy to use APM and everything. So definitely it will be there for sure. But not this year. Maybe I'll be starting after my Playwright JavaScript series. That maybe by December or January it will be there for sure. Technologies India is saying in some IT experts says AI captured most of the jobs, but you will learn AI and update itself. Then that's the reason today getting very less calls from the company. No, that's not the reason. Okay, if it is the reason, then the development work is also impacted with that. So it's not like that. Okay, AI is doing the testing and they are not hiring just because of that. It's not like some AI tools or bots are doing the testing for that. That's a wrong understanding. I don't know which experts or IT experts they are saying. Maybe they really don't know what is testing and what is the importance of testing. It's a totally myth. So just don't listen to them. Okay. Okay. So I think okay, let's take a couple of more. Mahesh is asking for beginners, which is good to start automation among API automation in Selenium for 2 years experience into manual testing. Both. Learn Selenium, start with Selenium, any language like Java or JavaScript or C Sharp. I'll advise you go with the Selenium with Java, and the same Java knowledge will help you in the API automation with the rest assured as well after 2 years. So if you really want to be different after 2 years, different from others, then these skill set will really help you a lot. Improve your programming knowledge as well. Okay, don't directly jump into Selenium or API automation. Learn about API, how exactly API works. What do you mean by backend testing? What do you mean by authentication? What do you mean by JWT token or and OAuth 1.0, 2.0? There are various concepts are there in API. What we do in API just get post and delete and then done. No, there are many things. What do you mean by mock services? What do you mean by how to mock a service, which tool, which library we can use it. Can I use Mockito? Can I use WireMock? What do you mean by GraphQL? How exactly they are different from REST? What is the difference between REST and the SOAP based APIs and all? Learn about those things. That will help you a lot. Okay. And one thing, guys, that I'm really disappointed with the quiz that I'm asking on LinkedIn, for 50 to 60% people are giving the wrong answer for very small things, very easy things that I'm asking, but tricky, slightly tricky, but it's all about the basics. It's still like people are, very poor in their basics. So if you're really poor in those basics, then you think about that. How will you design the things later? How will you crack the things? Right. So please try to improve. Don't directly jump into, automation things and everything. That will you will learn for sure. Learning automation, learning tools is not a big deal. You have to think about that. How can I learn, the basics, the importance of designing the frameworks, importance of design patterns, importance of programming. These are the core skills that you have to learn. Learning dot type or dot click or dot send keys, creating the XPath and everything, you will learn for sure. And you have to learn. And once you learn, then definitely learning a big new tool is not a big deal. But how exactly you're implementing it, designing the things properly end to end and everything, that matters a lot. Okay, what if after 2 years another tool is there in the market? So see, I'll tell you, when I started my career, I started with the UFT, like QTP that time. So I know that, okay, this is how any web automation tool works. So for me, it was super easy to learn Selenium because I know that, okay, this is what I have to do. This is in my scope of Selenium in terms of automation, but how to design the framework and everything. So the productivity was really good in that case. So it's not like I'm just writing few things, but I was able to create end-to-end frameworks. I know that how exactly what to automate, what not to automate, and then how to achieve more and more coverage that I can improve in terms of automation. So I was aware of that thing because of my core skills were really good. I was really good in Java. I was really good in design patterns. I was really good in implementing the frameworks and everything. So that actually helped me a lot. So now that's why whenever I see a new tool, see Playwright with Java within 7 days, I completed the entire Playwright. Cypress also, because I know the core part. I know how to design the things. So tomorrow, if any new tool is there in the market, it's so easy for me to understand and to learn that tool. Why? Because my basics are really good. My core concepts are really good. I know that how to manipulate a string, which tool, which method from the array that I have to use it. Because in all the programming languages, the concept will remain same. You just need to learn about those things. API testing workshop, Sonika. Yes, we can do that. Let me think about it. Definitely, we can do something. Okay. Microsoft email and sure, Soumya, we will see if I can prepare something on it. It's just about using the right APIs for that, and then absolutely good to go with that. Yeah, we can do that. Best certification in the software testing, nothing. Neil Money, according to me, that's my personal opinion. There is no certification for the Selenium and Playwright or Cypress or certain things. If you really want to go with the certification, you can go certification like ISTQB if you really want to do that. But in India, actually, it has almost zero value. Frankly speaking, I don't want to disappoint you people who are already ISTQB certified. I am also ISTQB, but I have never shown my ISTQB certified certificate, or it was actually not at all useful for me as well. Like nobody asked. It was not giving me any advantage for that. My company asked me to do that. They paid for it, and I did that. That's it. So I says, don't spend your money and efforts and time on the certifications. Better you learn the right things, okay, from the right resources, and then go with that. Spend your time, efforts, money, and everything on those resources rather than the certifications. Smile always says when job market will good like before. Not sure. I'm not expert in the in this thing. I don't want to create unnecessary chaos or unnecessary expectation that no market will be great after this certain amount of time or something like this. We can just hope. If I'm not good in these things, I cannot tell you, I cannot predict the things, but let's see. Maybe after January, or maybe from January onwards, it will be good. But please make sure that okay, you are actually be ready and ready for the opportunities which are coming in from the January onwards. It's not like you're getting the calls, but you're not ready for that. So spend your 3 4 months with the proper learning preparation. Go with the blogs, channels, courses, training, whatever you want to go with that. Improve and improve your things, and then keep adding new things in your profile. How much required for the Python language? Yes, it's very much required. The good understanding of the Python, which library that you have to use, and all the core features of the programming language with Python, like loops, basic data structures, basic of conditional statement, function creation, lambda, and everything. Go with that, and then it's super easy to learn. It will help you a lot in automation as well. Okay, so let me share the Telegram link also. If you guys can join, that will be great. Or otherwise, I can share the Telegram link later as well in the description of this video, so that you guys can. Yeah, I'll share the Telegram link. Let me just a second. I'll do one thing. Right now, I'm not able to find the link. I'll do one thing that. Okay, my voice is not coming. Can you hear me now? Okay, okay, okay. I'll share the Telegram link in the description of the video later after this live. We'll definitely share. Okay, so with this note, any other thing? I think we have covered most of the questions here. Uh, Actions, yeah. Okay, well, added GitHub Actions also. Course on Cypress, end-to-end testing, maybe I think it's already there on my channel. Slightly, maybe 1 year or 2 years back, I prepared Cypress API also. I prepared on my channel. There are other new things actually are there in the Cypress. Actually, I need to upgrade it. But first, my focus will be on Playwright, and then maybe we can later on add with the Cypress as well. Tutorial on Excel, like I'm not actually into this thing, so I'm not sure. I cannot. I don't think so. It will be there very soon. So sorry about that. Sushant, again, PyTest is a testing framework. Okay, for API automation with the PyTest, if you really want to use, you have to use a Python request module. PyTest is to design the framework, just like we do it TestNG and JUnit, right? For writing the test cases, PyTest is for that. If you really want to go with the robot framework with the API automation, you can go with that as well. But again, that's a completely keyword driven and codeless kind of thing you will be using it. So I'll advise you that both are great. You can start with the Python with the request module, integrate with the PyTest. That will be the right good combination actually. Uh, New live project means I didn't get it. Design patterns videos, we'll see. Okay, couple of good design patterns in test automation. Definitely we can use it. So yeah, which laptop configuration is the best for automation testing? See, Panjal, for automation testing, I would highly recommend to use at least more than 8 GB RAM, because see, you have to install Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Selenium with using with, let's say, Java, and other XYZ tools also that you have to, along with your editor, you have to install and download. And yeah, so that's what I tell you, that 8 GB RAM is very much required. So please spend time, I mean, not time exactly, some budget on your laptop. If you're getting a good MacBook machine, that is also good, or good Windows, which is 8 GB or 16 GB RAM, which is also good. So better you take one 16 GB RAM laptop with more than i8 or i9 core machine. That is more than enough for you. At least now for next 5 years, you don't need to worry about it. Spend please some investment on your laptop, guys. I have seen people are using 4 GB RAM with everything, and it is very very slow. Sometimes things are not working. Very old laptop that you're using, it is not working, then you will not enjoy your learning, right? It should be quick, it should be fast. The moment you execute it, you are getting the results, so you can save time, you will not be frustrated with that. So spend some budget on the laptop. Rahul, we have already discussed about it, about the interview calls. Market is not that great. Keep applying for it. Improve your resume. What is the reason? Figure it out that, okay, why are you not getting the interview calls? Maybe it could be the reason with the resume, not with the right keywords or something like this. I have prepared a couple of videos on the interview preparation and the resume things. So try to do that, and then try to approach to your friends or your colleagues or other networks or on LinkedIn, and maintain your proper Git repositories and everything, so that you can share those extra things or extra also with your profile, and then go with that. But I'll tell you the fact again, the overall market is not that great actually right now. Okay, so I think now the things are getting repeated, getting same thing. GitHub repository link, if you want, yes, you can take my GitHub repository. I'll share the URL, and 1 second, let me share it here. Okay, again, APM Studio is not working in my laptop. Why my laptop is this 8 GB SSD, 500 GB? It really doesn't matter. Processor i3, OS Windows 11, that's fine. It should work. 8 GB SSD is there, that is fine. Maybe what is not working? It's not working at all. It's not getting open. It's getting crashed, or what? There could be any reason, right, behind that. Domain matters to company when switching to the job publishing, banking, or telecom. Yeah, a specific domain matters. Let's say you're working in some banking domain with good testing and everything. So definitely, I would give you a preference if I'm hiring for the banking project, because the banking and the finance and everything and e-commerce application very well. So let's see, if you're working in Walmart, and if I'm hiring for Amazon, I will definitely give you an extra advantage to you. Why? Because your domain knowledge is really good. You know how exactly e-commerce works internally, right? What is the process? What kind of testing that we have to perform? What are the different things that we have to consider while doing the testing for the e-commerce based application or banking or telecom? So yes, sometimes a specific domain matters a lot. Developing a testing mindset. How can we improve? See, testing mindset is again is a kind of it's an inbuilt sometimes, or it's like just like how to find the bugs and the errors in someone, right? That if you think about the quality, if you think about it, okay, no, you don't want to compromise in terms of quality, in terms of improvements, in terms of enhancements and everything. So that is what you have to develop, you have to work, and then keep exploring how exactly I can find the some amazing out of the box use cases. I can find some really good bugs, and think how exactly the customer is going to use this application for the user point of view, right? Get into at a very deep level, that at the component level, database level, backend level. Okay, there are in that areas also I can find the bugs. Okay, it's not, testing is not about only the web part, only for the UI part. No, there are many things that I can just give a challenge to the developer. why these things are not implemented properly and why there is a bug in the backend or something like that. So think about some, corner cases, edge cases, or out of the box cases that will help you a lot. Read about some other stories, talk to different people, that how exactly they are finding the bugs, and how exactly to find that bug, what are different things that I have to follow. Closely observe the production bugs, right? How, okay, where exactly the problem is there. So just think about, whenever you join a new company, also new project, also go to their bug repository, and then check what kind of bugs people they actually raised, and what are different bugs which are coming from the production. So that will help you a lot to understand the application and understand the testing process, how exactly people are using the application in the production. So that will give you a lot of confidence to improve your testing mindset. Yeah, I know. Our video, not much good videos available on 2.0 because it recently happened in the community, but I'll definitely try my best to do that. And yeah, so you can expect something from my side very soon with respect to APM 2.0. No, no, it's not a waste of time, but it depends. Your application, your see, I'll tell you one failure story quickly. That in one of the project that we were using iOS and Android, we were having some really complex application. It was really, really complex. We decided to go with the APM. We spent 2 years with the APM, and it was not a great story. It is not a great. We implemented everything. We designed the proper framework and everything. Today it's working fine. After 10 days, it's not working fine because of a lot of changes happened with respect to iOS and the APM. Sorry, iOS and the Android things. And after 2 3 months, we got to know that okay, they're changing the complete layout, because that's a thing. Most of the time, business happens that uh, any seasons are going on, any holiday season, Diwali season is going on, that okay, they will change the layout, they will change the component, they will change the pages, they will remove the pages and the forms and everything. So they don't think that okay, it is going to impact me, because obviously that I cannot say that okay, hey, why are you changing it? Fine, they will tell okay, fine, we are telling you now, and now you change your automation. So that will be more frustrating thing with mobile automation. Maybe you guys have already facing this issue. You just say yes or no, agree or not, that yes, this is happening with the mobile automation. It's working, and after 2 months it's not working. This is the most frustrating part, especially with the making it compatible with iOS and Android together. So that is the thing. That's what, like, mobile automation is always a challenging thing. Doesn't matter how stable APM or other things, your framework is amazingly great that you have designed, but application is getting changed. And what is the thing? Today XPath is working, tomorrow it's not working. Then in that case, again, it will be a challenge, right? And the devices thing, the most of the bugs that you are finding in the production, see, you are not using simulators or emulators in the production, because end user is using the actual devices. So the costing also very important. And what if people are using 10 different versions of iOS and Android? It means 20 different devices that you have to manage and arrange in your project. Fine, we have browser stack, or we have Sauce Labs. They are providing some real devices, but you have to pay for it. It's a costing is involved there. So if you're ready to pay such a big amount of money to the vendors maintaining those physical devices, then go with the full-fledged mobile automation. That's why, like, mobile automation could not be progress much in last couple of years, especially from last 5 years. That is the main reason. In web automation, what browser is there available? Any browser I can automate, any browser I can download and install and then start testing it. But for mobile automation, you have to set up devices, studio and everything you have to set up. That takes a lot of time. It's very painful. Okay, so I think let's end it, guys. It's already 10:20. What we will do that we will every weekend we will try to come live, because now I think it's been a long time that I could not come live on channel. So we'll continue this thing, and we'll take all other questions next time. In between, please keep learning new things which are available, okay, in on a channel, like with respect to JavaScript and the TypeScript and the new tool that we are starting with very soon with the Playwright as well. And in case of any issue, you can connect me on LinkedIn. And yes, so keep participating in the quizzes also, and let me know in case of other things. So you can ping me on LinkedIn as well. Sometime it takes time to ping give the reply to each everyone, because there are so many people. Sometimes there's so many mails and other DMs are there, so it's so difficult to mail to each and everyone, but I'll try my best to do that. Okay, so yeah, we can do every week, Shiva, for sure. We will do definitely, right? This time, let's start this and we will do it. Let's utilize this time before the market is up and running. Let's utilize this so that it will, I'm sure that will give you a lot of confidence and everything. So you guys also come, I can also share a couple of good things with you guys. We'll do that for sure. Okay, with this note, thank you so much, and have a great weekend. Till then, take care and keep watching Naveen Automation Labs, guys. Thank you so much.